So this is another continuation of in the book of Isaiah, and I am on chapter 41, verses 10 through 13. And this is out of the Amplified Bible. Do not fear anything, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Be assured, I will help you. I will certainly take hold of you with my righteous right hand, a hand of justice, of power, of victory, of salvation. Look, some people are angry with you, but they will be ashamed and disgraced. Your enemies will be lost and disappear. You will look for the people who are against you, but you will not be able to find them. Those who fought against you will disappear completely. I am the Lord your God, who holds your right hand, and I tell you, don't be afraid. I will help you. So I'm going to kind of go over this. So he says, do not fear anything. In his word, he says, do not fear 365 times. So for every day of the year, he's telling us, do not fear. That's just a daily reminder. Do not fear, for I am with you. He is always with you. No matter where you are, no matter how alone you feel, he is with you. So do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Be assured I will help you. He strengthens us even when we are going through the most hardest time in our lives. And that is a lot of people. I mean, I'd say probably everybody. I don't know anybody who's not going through a hard time right now. I mean, it looks different for everybody. You know, different people are struggling with different things. But, you know, there's days that, you know, you feel like you're just weak and you can't go on anymore. And God says, I will strengthen you. Be assured I will help you. He's always wanting to help you, to help get you through, you know, to strengthen you. So, you can just keep going, keep going. Put one foot in front of the other. Just as long as you keep going, he will strengthen you along the way. I will certainly take hold of you with my righteous right hand, a hand of justice, of power, of victory, of salvation. God is a God of justice. And a lot of people don't think that, that he is, but he is a God of justice. If you're going through something, give it to God, and he will have justice, because he is a God of justice. So in power, victory, salvation, I mean, we're victorious. We are his children. His children are always victorious because God is victorious. God never loses. So he's not about to let his children lose at anything against the enemy. The only way you lose is if you give up on yourself and you give up on God. But you stick with it. You keep fighting through, even with all the attacks of the enemy. As long as you keep fighting and you keep persevering, you will be victorious. So if you give up and, a lot of people, it's sad, but a lot of people have committed suicide because they just could not deal with anymore. And it is so sad because they lost, they gave up. They will never have the victory because they just plain and simple gave up. And people give up just before they do get their victory. So, people that give up, well, they could have got their victory like the next day, and they're giving up. So never give up. Keep going, because the enemy is going to come at you, and he's going to try to get you to give up, because God's got something really good for you. And if you give up, you are giving the enemy what he wanted. He doesn't want you to get that victory. And if you give up, you're not going to have it. So then the enemy wins. So don't let the enemy win. Look, some people are angry with you, but they will be ashamed and disgraced. Your enemies will be lost and disappear. they will disappear. You will look for the people who are against you, but you will not be able to find them. Those who fought against you will disappear completely. So our enemies, they will disappear. They will disappear completely. I am the Lord your God who holds your right hand. And I tell you, don't be afraid. I am with you. So that verse there, that reminds me of like a parent, holding their child's hand. Like if they're fearful, and like if you're walking somewhere and your child is afraid, and you hold their hand, to let them know you're right there. You're right there to protect them. You're with them. Nothing is going to happen. That's like what God is saying here. Like we are his children. He is holding our hand. He is helping us. He says, don't be afraid. Because, when we fear, we have so much doubt. We are looking at the things of the world, and that puts us in fear. Because we look at, all the stuff that's going on. And it can put you in fear very easily when you see all the crap that's going on in the world, and you think, oh my gosh, it just doesn't look like to look at the world like anything's going to change anytime soon. Well, the Israelites probably didn't think that anything was going to change for them either, because they thought they were going to die in the wilderness when Pharaoh and his army came after them. And God split the Red Sea for them. So it changed like in a matter of like minutes, seconds, we never know what God is going to do. And he is always there to help his kids, his children. So always count on God. Always be expectant of what he is going to do, because he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He does not change. So if somebody tells you, he's not the same, he doesn't do the same things. Yes, he does. That is a lie from the pit of hell, and do not believe it, because it is not even biblical, because God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He does not change. If he didn't come through, that would just be totally out of character for him. And he does not do anything out of character, because he is not like a man where we can change our minds and, do something different that's out of character for us. God is not that way. And the things that he did back, like in the Old Testament, they had just a single covenant. They had the Abrahamic covenant. And we have not only that covenant, but we also have the covenant of Jesus. We are covered under the blood of Jesus. And that is a much more powerful covenant. So we have a double covenant. So then that means, he would be more likely to even do more for us being under a double covenant than what he did in the past. So don't be afraid. Get excited, because we are about to see things. Oh my gosh. The things that God is going to do is going to blow people's minds. So be encouraged, and be expectant, and just wait for it, because he is just about ready to just blow some minds. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.